Hi, this is Riddick Big Daddy Bo, two-time former world heavyweight champion, and you're watching Cool True Sports.
True School Sports.
True School Sports.
There you go, champ. Thank you.
Pretty much.
Gotta start getting that blood moving.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, like, how do you? I know you haven't really been making YouTube videos, so I wanted to get your thoughts on the whole like Wilder Fury fight, the rematch.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched the whole thing from start to finish. I'll be honest. I haven't, so I can't give like a perfect explanation. But I skipped a couple rounds. But
okay,
the one thing I will say is that a lot of people were saying that Wilder wasn't himself, and he wasn't. He wasn't himself, but that's because of Tyson Fury. He was mentally broken already going into that fight. Even at the start of the fight, you could see it just wasn't himself. It wasn't to the extent, but it reminded me of the whole Tyson in the ring for Buster Douglas at the beginning. Tyson was more lazy, like I don't want to be here, and Wilder didn't necessarily have the lazy look. He had the more of like, this is probably going to be a bad night. I could see it. And you could see right off the bat, I don't know what's wrong with the guy. It's not like he has tremendous boxing talent. I forgot to close my door. But, I mean, I know people love to shit on his skills and whatnot, but I don't know what his problem is with not just learning. Like, how hard is it to get in there and work on new techniques? Like, all he does is the jump jab. You know how he covers a lot of ground with that first jab and then just lasers that big right at you, or he'll slap it on the back of your head, but whichever. And that's like his only weapon. Like, dude, like that shit might have worked on the, tomato cans to build your record up, but when you're getting up into that higher, level fighter, the elites of the heavyweight division anyway, you can't be a one-trick pony. And unfortunately, that's what he is, and he knows this, but he doesn't build on it. Like he had one great weapon, add some new shit. Like anything, a jab to the body even. Like anything, just add something. But he don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needs a new team or if it's just him. I mean, I wouldn't say Breland's a bad coach by any means.
No.
So it kind of has to just be him, you would think, right?
What I've heard is that he's a control freak. So like basically whatever he says goes in camp. Like they can't really tell him what to do.
Well, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, because then you're going to tell him he got to learn something new, and he'll probably just be like, just because someone said that to him, he's going to say, no, I don't. No, I didn't think of it, so it's not true. Like, who was the fighter? Oh, man. I think it was Muhammad Ali, actually. But someone couldn't tell. I think it was Ali. Let's just use any fighter A. But they wouldn't tell fighter A, let's say Ali. They wouldn't tell Ali what to do specifically, but they'd hint at things that might work. And then he would have to think he thought of it. Then, like, you got to figure out.
Yeah, that sounds like Angelo Dundee with Ali. That sounds like Angelo Dundee.
Yeah, I think it was. That's who I think it was. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I mean, you got to figure out his psychology and work with him. I mean, granted, he got an equalizer, so he'll win some fights here and there, but that's not legacy shit. It's just not. He can get in some fights, get some paydays, but that's about as high as he's ever really going to go, honestly. I mean, and he's not too old to learn either. That's the thing. He's not an old fighter at all. He hasn't taken much wear and tear, so he just got to spend time in the gym. And every fighter should at least get a little squad together right now during these months and should be working on all kinds of new shit. Just try things out. Add to your repertoire.
Yeah, just for fun. Just try things out. What's funny, too, is, like, there's so many people in boxing that have offered their services to Wilder. Like, George Foreman's offered to help him. Stacey McKinley's offered to help him. Riddick Bowe's offered to help him. A lot of guys.
And everyone is giving him advice, just like over the internet and phone calls and whatnot, too, He seems like a stubborn guy. that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's athletic, but he I don't know, man. He's not the one. I'll tell you that. He ain't the one.
So who do you think is the one at heavyweight? Is it Tyson Fury?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like I told you last time we were talking, I mean, I slept on the guy, and it wasn't anything. It wasn't any one fight that woke me up to him. What it was is, I thought about this since last time we talked, but him coming up, when he was coming up, he just looked so uncoordinated, and his body shape and everything, it just made me not even study him. I was just like, eh. But I should have, and that's my mistake. It really cost me. To other people were ahead of the game on that one with me. But yeah, I mean, he's really coming into his prime right now too. Because if you watch his current fights compared to his early fights, he's damn near totally different. Like same style, but he's so polished now. He's a lot more polished. And
yeah,
he's a hard guy to beat.
He's maturing into a great heavyweight, like right before our eyes.
Yeah, yeah. And I know it's not just that he's a big guy who can move like that. It's his mental strength. It really is. I mean, you could be built however you want, and if you don't got the mentality to go along with it, it's not really going to do much. And I mean, he has mental issues. I grant it, but I mean, when he's on track, he's a beast. Mentally, he is.
Yeah, and it's the ways he can beat you too. Like he's so versatile. Like I was telling you the last time we talked about a month ago. I think he's making a case on a fight-by-fight basis now to go down as arguably the most versatile heavyweight ever. He's shown that fight by fight.
Yeah, he's that last fight was definitely impressive. I mean, granted, I guess that's one way to nullify, because again, his main weapon is that slide leap jab and then shoot the big right hand behind it. But if he's either stationary or getting pushed backwards, can't really lunge with all that power behind it, Yeah. And when you're a one pony, that's your one trick. I mean, come on, if you take that away, you're probably going to beat him. You're probably going to beat him. Now, we all remember like Spilka, for example, that fight where Spilka had him on the ropes and came in with the hands down and got clipped and got taken right out. So he still got some power because Spilka's not a light chin guy. He got a good chin. So he still got power, but I mean, it's not the same kind of power. It's like he really needs to worry on fighting backwards and adding like just other punches, the left hook, the uppercuts, the jab to the head and body. Like,
yeah,
his jab really
from different angles too.
Yeah, and his jab really ain't shit. It's a range finder. That's all he really uses it for. The only time it ever looked good was in the first Vern fight. Outside of that, it's been extremely inaccurate. It's just not a good punch, And that was
Stavern kind of helped him too. Stavern helped him too when he was just showing up like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it wasn't hard to hit, but that was the only time it ever even looked world class, and it's not world class. So he can even just work on that jab. He's very long. I mean, he could definitely develop a hell of a jab. I mean, and that could take him a far ways. But he just doesn't seem like it. It seems if he hasn't done it by now, he's just not going to, man. I don't think so anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so either. When you factor in now that he's a multi-million-dollar fighter, he's not just the guy from 2015 anymore. He's a multi-million-dollar pay-per-view.
Work on that. Yeah.